There you go. Yeah, exactly. I can't.
Can't call me on that.
Can't. And you're there, today, so.
Okay.
Hey, James. What's up? How you doing?
Okay.
How's Diffie Q?
Pretty cool, actually.
What do you guys do?
We did some convolution stuff and some delta function convolution stuff.
Delta function. Yeah, it comes back again.
I have striker Diffie Q and we don't. It's basically just infinitely tall peak with an area of 1. It's like impulse, so if I were to punch you, you can record it on the graph as a delta function for that energy spike. It's like very impulse based in physics.
Completely different from everyone else's. She basically teaches that we can calc too. But it's just smaller class sizes makes more sense.
Give me a freaking what I need to say.
That makes sense, yeah. I heard that she does the thing where she like tries to make you do like all of the, trying to figure it out on your own as opposed to having a formal lecture and stuff. I did not,
Much like calc too.
yeah, I did not want to do that, so I took
But
it with
it's
Marie instead.
with small groups, it actually helps out a lot.
Nope, it says Zipila.
You get from
Yeah,
the whole.
one of my pages, my notebook says different.
Like.
That's
not a spill.
That's a spill.
I think
That
Marie's
would not-
about the same size. I just like her
accidents. Are
a
they?
lot just because I just like the
Sometimes
way
they're
she doesn't do that thing where she
No,
tries to
malintent.
figure it out.
Definitely straight girls.
Yeah, I said it. Well, I said it. And I,
I'm limited.
you are a spiller. Gorilla. You are a spiller for real. For be 5 over Gorilla.
Yeah, that grading was rough.
An experiment.
You want to copy, there is on the back side.
Like waiting around for a bit.
So, thank you for coming here. I guess since you are here, you have some plans of completing an additional contributions to your projects, right? Oh, yes, and I think the main task of the meeting is just to upload YouTube videos based on your projects. And I want to see links, but when you will be presenting next week, it is, feel free to do whatever you like. There is a way to embed video, which is already located in YouTube and just provide link. But a safer way is to include video directly into PowerPoint so that it works. One of the previous years, there were Carl Marx. No. He chases me. I thought I escaped over the ocean, but he is still here.
Carrot.
It's a propaganda.
It doesn't mean that, it was just.
I will tell to my friends, parents and relatives. Students in the United States walking in water bottles with a portrait of Karl Marx. Can you take a shot? Yeah. It's so unusual. I never expected it. Super. I didn't waste this day.
Wow.
Where I was up there. Oh, you took videos for the project. And I'll just make visits one to one and make sure that you're happy. with the projects. I just like Thursdays, but some of you have other exams, right? So we probably will do the poll or interrupt on the time of presentations. If we go to the campus connections, if you know when I bet our exam is scheduled in
It's like, let me check it. I took a picture of it once. I think it's like Thursday sometime.
Thursday at 8 AM.
8 AM.
Oh,
We all love 8 AM, right?
Oh,
No.
more than anything.
I love it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I haven't.
No, just joking.
Huh?
I'm not.
So, and I also want a good big room with space and a big projector, which is not available all the time. Friday is a little too late, although I'm okay. Thursday is my favorite day, but some of you have other exams. So maybe, and I think I have an appointment like Thursday from 2 to 3, so it should be like late afternoon, maybe from 4 to 6. I also have a reserved time for micro group meetings on Tuesday from 4 to 8, and I can donate it to the class presentations. It is the conference room on the first fourth floor. But this is one of the good solutions. But I see, by some reason, Kaiden is happy with this. When you hopefully submit final versions of your projects on the midnight of Sunday, I will forward it to the publishing company. The design engineer will compose them into a book with pages and table of contents. And then by looking through the proofs, this designer and myself typically finds potential for improvement. And if the time when these booklets are provided, there is another iteration, it's more one-to-one. If you do it on Tuesday, we will miss this opportunity. We will just do whatever you have by Sunday. And then you have a couple of days less for preparation. So I'll probably let you cook this idea Tuesday, Thursday, maybe if you like Wednesday or Friday by some reason, but I'll take into account your opinion, because if you disagree or not happy, then you can just vote by your feet and not come. So it should be your preference. And we always have a Thursday 8 AM as a backup, but I'm only Emma verbally and probably sarcastically told that it is her favorite time. Only if a wizard converts her for late night all to early bird. Maybe it happens recently.
What time is the biochem exam?
One.
One on Thursday?
Thursday?
Yeah.
Thursday?
Yeah, Thursday.
At 1 AM. I wish.
At 1 PM, yeah.
Can we do this, like, is it possible to do it like Tuesday?
Yes, Tuesday 4 PM would be prime time for me, and I have a reserved room, and group members will automatically come and friendly criticize you. We have about 7 people who come in person and another half dozen people joining by Zoom. So you will have good attendance and some interesting questions, and the good room. It's the only shortcoming is that if you have, well, that it is less time to prepare and to improve your reports, which otherwise I would sacrifice a couple of nights and just work one-to-one with each of for last minute changes. It just happened in previous years. And another that you have less time to prepare slides. I know 5 minutes presentation is nothing, it's childish, but still it's better to organize. And the third argument against Tuesday, that if you have some exams forward after that, your brain and heart will be given to future exams, not to the project. If you do it as the last one after everything, you can relieve and think only about one thing. But I'm flexible, open to anything. Let's just think, design, and Friday is our last official meeting. We will return to it. So, we'll do it. Time to present. Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Remaining feedback. Some of us didn't come on, were not in class on Monday, right? And I don't have a schedule for grading your grading effort, but it will be just fair effort if everyone comes through it so that each work comes through peer review by peers and that everyone has a chance to peer review others. So I probably will arrange missing works to be distributed electronically and hope that some of you will agree and volunteer to quickly glance through and provide feedback in the same way as we did on Monday. So do not be surprised to see a request to do so. An experiment. This is very secondary. It's like 1% importance of, or much less than other things. The last deductive lecture on Friday will be on molecular spectroscopy. I do have some experiments that would match the class material ideally. And if I bring equipment to the class, the quality of experiment will be substantially reduced because the room is not dark. So there is option to be risky guys and still bring equipment to the room and understand that the quality of the data and observations will be substantially worse. Or after we hopefully quickly done with things here, we can proceed to the dark room in the dark time and just do a demonstration for like 5-10 minutes. Again, you can think, I'm open to both. Mind papers due on Sunday midnight. If anyone has or will have things earlier, really don't hesitate to send earlier. I'm curious to look and provide feedback. As you have noticed, I didn't do direct feedback to anyone because I'm a little cynically, recording. I should stop recording because oh yes, and I always forget. Everyone is cordially welcome to join the elective course on computational chemistry on coming semester if your schedule allows. Some of you got the data for your projects here from initial calculations, and this is a class when everyone is trained how to do them. Basically, do like homos and lumos. You two were here in lab number 0 to do a quick overview. It's your free choice. I'm just announcing because everything is elective. The hard put in stone is Wednesday 5 p.m. lab, and the time of lectures will be based on doodle poll because there are different groups of students with very diverse schedules. My preference, it is not even in the books. My preferred time is Tuesday, Thursday, 11, but from year to year, I was doing a variety of times, something like 6 p.m. when everyone is free, if you're not chained for undergrad labs. Consider, if you like it, register, and then I will arrange schedule only to those who is registered as a white hat. No sense. What else? All my colleagues were chatting by the coffee stop and telling, did you remind students in your class to write evaluations? If you like, do. When I was before tenure, I was worrying about it very much and telling like, if you want university to fire me, write something better. If you don't, right, really good in better than it is. Right now, just skip it or do whatever you want.
She's a mute.
Okay, done. I do not have any codes prepared to share. We just work on those that you have. If you feel really more, I can entertain you with sending more codes, but probably it is enough. Right? Okay, so, please formulate the questions or problems that we need to bypass together, and I will just visit everyone at least once, maybe if time allows twice. And at the end, I will ask if you're interested to do fun experiment now or postpone to the last time.
Ready. I'm so excited that our data is making sense. That is so exciting and related. And then I just wanted to clarify. Or if any.
How do you do it? Remember?
Understand?
Yes.
The question?
Yeah.
Clear thought?
Okay.
But I'm not the quickest speaker.
No
So
rush.
it will take me several seconds to.
I'm good. Good to go.
I will tell you what I would do
Okay.
on your place, but it doesn't mean that you have to do it. It's only an idea. So, can you please open the code result? We see it.
You want 56?
Mhm.
Sorry, I don't know how to fix that. I started to zoom out really far, so.
There should be
All right.
it's your creation. So. Still clear,
Yes.
clear thought. Did you like what mesh has to?
Yes, I also wanted to clarify, is it my electron population where they're at? Right, okay, and then in your email, you distinguished where it was perovskite and then my titanium oxide. How do I determine on the different graphs that are not?
You make
Initial.
me happy. Your constructive research starts right now.
Perfect.
So. This one is good.
And then I didn't know if you wanted those two.
I will return to one. I have to make a little technical announcement if you're curious. Scientific and educational value of your works does not depend on quality of the figures. But if you want to mimic academic career, gray background around the snapshot figures is unacceptable. And you are adult and creative enough to find how to change gray to white.
On the figure, if you click File and Save As, and save it as a JPEG or a PDF, it has a white background.
Thank you, John.
Thank you.
PowerPoint, so you want
to
Right, just empty PowerPoint.
So bid object. Video writer, I have video writer. So. I still like this.
Where's your work?
Oh, look at that. It's
This one, or I think. today.
Oh, you are so modern that you do things in cloud. Your PowerPoint is also there,
You can just toggle.
you have double. I'm old fashioned and try to. Who knows when you can use cloud, I save everything.
Okay.
You read it? Oh, you don't have to close it.
If you end, I believe it just finishes it. You can import it, so certain, I've gotten VLC to work without explicitly importing it. But I don't know if everything that reads VLC will read it without importing, because I know VLC didn't do it in the past, but apparently with some updated now just straight up does it. I don't know how.
Do you know what?
YouTube doesn't care. It will just look at it and it doesn't care. So if you upload it, download it.
YouTube just takes anything.
Yeah.
Okay, back.
By the way, name it, you try to name it .mp4, it won't spit it in MP4, it'll just always spit it in an API.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the only way to get two different codec is to translate it yourself, which software.
I mean, I'm sure MATLAB is a different, sure we could.
You'd have to help a video writer probably.
Yeah.
Fonts should be increased.
Ask Dimitri. I should have the real and imaginary parts of my probability. And I don't know if I need that. They're gonna get in the way and make it messy.
Wait, both? Wait, probability, imaginary part of
I
probability?
think so.
Hmm.
I don't know why they're.
I was under the presumption that probability was all real.
Well, the probability comes from the imaginary and real parts of the
Okay.
wave package, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what so I have those
Yeah,
here, and this is the probability, it's black, so. I don't
okay,
think I need that.
maybe two separate graphs. I'm not sure you need the probability and the wave functions superposed on it.
One is just kind of, it's not exactly good looking. Ugly. Oh, shit.
That's fairly clean. You wanna see something ugly, I'll show you something ugly.
Ooh. I wanna see it.
I want to see Garrett.
What?
Look at this.
Call me ugly.
Look at how ugly this is. It's just a bunch of squiggles. That's my literal data.
Holy shit.
I have
that's pretty ugly.
videos of that. I have like 10 videos and it's just this.
It just, it making a squiggle.
Yeah, I gave it 500,000 momentum and it just sat there like, and then it didn't do anything. 500,000
What happens
momentum.
if you give it a really small?
Same thing.
Hey, did you correctly convert all of your units into what we want them, or are they still all on atomic units?
Oh, they're still all in atomic units. Boltzmann's constant here, that conversion factor will convert it to Kelvin. It's
Sorry,
right
that came
from,
out a little weird.
it's right from Dimitri's little thing on Wednesday or whatever.
Wait, Boltzmann constant, how do you get temperature?
So Boltzmann's constant, traditionally, it's joules
Wait.
per Kelvin, so it converts temperature into energy.
Uh-huh.
But
Well, obviously.
this, Boltzmann's constant is usually very small, but if we convert from atomic units, then Boltzmann's constant is
Well, so look at
Bigger.
this. So I have my momentum, I have my kinetic energy, I have dividing by my, 2 times my mass, right? Wow, that's a lot of data. That's the mass of the proton.
Yeah.
And then I take that and I believe I'm dividing by the Boltzmann constant. Right? That's doing that, right?
Just to.
Yeah, you multiply it by 1.
Yeah, 1 over Boltzmann constant is the same thing as multiplying by 31,770 or 755 from atomic, and that goes from atomic units to.
Times 31,755, does that work? Does that change anything? Why did that make a difference?
So what you can do if you wanted to is energy. So I believe there's 27 electron volts in an atomic unit, and an electron volt is like 10 to the negative 19 joules. So you can just use those two numbers to convert directly from atomic unit energy to joule energy. And then you can use that with regular ass Boltzmann
Oh, I
constant.
see.
But I believe he
So I
already
need-
did
I
that
need-
here.
I need both, so okay. So you're saying I could use the
So it-
Boltzmann constant with,
The Boltzmann,
atomic units.
yeah, so the Boltzmann constant here is the one that's built for atomic units. It's in Kelvin per atomic unit of energy, because that's one of our Boltzmann's constant. In this case, Boltzmann's constant is normally very small, like, or the inverse would be very large.
Oh, you're right. There is an electron volt with Boltzmann constant.
There's
There's no atomic unit.
So in that case, use the conversion factor from electron volts to atomic units, 27.12 or something like that, atomic or electron volts per atomic unit.
Or I could just use your number.
Yeah, this is easy.
317.
This has it all done. I'm assuming, because I pulled it right from Dimitri. He wouldn't tell us a lie, would he?
3175. Yes, that makes so much more sense than I had like times 10 to the 26th Kelvin or something.
My man's about to start fusing stars.
I think the universe would just be blowing up.
Act like I don't know.
Oh my God.
My mango is to blow up. Like I don't know nobody.
Okay, okay, I like that a lot. Thank you, Dan.
Absolutely.
Oh God, you're saving me time. What about your rate? Did you do a rate? Oh, you're awesome. James, teach me.
What units this rate is?
I don't know.
Okay.
I just used a rate. So here's the thing, right?
I just
Because you slide-
used what he got, yeah.
Yeah,
The
because like,
Arrhenius.
yeah, the Arrhenius, the rate, right? So the rate, A.
What's the meaning?
There's a rate for first zero, so zero sort of just write that. So first and second order equations, right? That's integral or differential rate law.
Mhm.
They don't give any units, because technically you're taking an integral, so maybe it's momentum time or concentration times time. But I decided not to look into it too much. It's just a
So you're
rate,
just gonna give it as rate?
just gonna give it as rate.
And then our K is a rate constant, right? It's not the actual rate.
Yeah, rate constant rather.
Yeah, okay.
But this is like ln rate K of T.
I wouldn't say that I.
Rate constant, rate K of T, whatever. Yeah, it's fine because, find my equations still there. Yeah, rate I got here,
Rate constant. Where is it? Is that rate or rate constant?
rate constant. So rate, every time I say rate, I really mean rate constant. I don't really care about the rate itself at this point. But
And then what is the natural log of the rate constant versus texture? The slope of that should be activation energy?
activation energy over R, which is Boltzmann's constant times Avogadro's. So it's like 8.31 something.
Why do you know that? What's wrong with you?
What the hell? Let me find, I was looking this up a little bit. Bam, there she is right there. Actually, negative ERPA.
Well, this doesn't fix.
So take,
Plus natural log A.
yeah, so take the natural log of both sides.
Slope.
Yeah, so we should be
Actually-
negative.
Actually, wait,
What's the program things, but we don't.
So that's the Arrhenius constant. That will change depending on the reaction. Basically, it's your plus B.
what is it? Yeah, but what is A?
We do have.
Depend on it. What is it? A? I'm just told A.
It's a pre-exponential factor. So it's one of those, it's a multiplicative factor that I believe helps fit the exponential graph to that specific reaction.
All this.
Basically,
just-
it's the plus B in your linear plot.
It's not arbitrary, but
It's arbitrary. It's a mathematical construct of fish. It just fits
Well,
the graph.
It's not arbitrary first. I guess.
It's like arbitrary.
Reaction though.
It's
I
like,
wouldn't call it, what'd you call that?
it's like arbitrary, you know, in like multivariable calculus, how you have the Jacobian. It's
Yeah.
arbitrary in the same way the Jacobian's arbitrary. It helps the equations fit the data.
Yeah.
Do not change something, do not respond. We change.
You're awesome. You just saved me a lot of time asking Dimitri. Interrogating Dimitri, really.
At least I'm helping somebody, my own project, you know. I don't know, my data's not. Like, look at my rate. I have a bunch of different Kelvins, right? But my rate doesn't care. My rate does not care about my momentum.
Theoretical idea that may bring it to combine
What's your reaction?
It's
Platinum reduction with, or no, proton reduction with platinum catalyst. There's a couple of potentials that we have. So I have 3 different potentials I could use, but
Oh, how would we implement this data?
And your momentum doesn't increase the rate of the proton
How would
reduction?
we
doesn't
change?
shoot really
Are you
that
in
much.
momentum with the proton?
In an actual source.
Momentum. So there's 2 momentums actually. There's 2 coordinates. There's one where it's the distance between the protons. Then there's another one where it's closest distance from the platinum cluster to a proton. And messing with the momentum either way, messing with the potentials either way, just generates me a bunch of squiggles.
coming in different order instructions has like a computer.
That's,
There was a reason I was up until like 7 a.m. trying to figure out what's going on. I just gave up and
Last night?
slapped it all. Yeah, this morning.
we were up until 4 a.m. Sunday night.
Yeah, I was up until then, right? I was figuring it out. Problem is, computer broke. Or not, computer's fine. MATLAB shat, so I needed to, I
Oh.
installed like twice,
Just tell me
3 times that it didn't work, so I just ended up
You're talking about these ones?
updating my
Or
OS.
those that I
It
wrote
worked just fine for whatever reason. Yeah, I went from like 13 to 14. It was not that much big of a change. So this project has been very difficult.
I would agree, but it doesn't sound like mine's been as. My actual data was pretty
You've got quite a
straightforward.
large thick amount of data. Mine takes a long time to compute,
It-
whatever.
Well, I spent a lot of time doing this. What the fuck?
You've got like actual numbers you can use. I wish I had numbers. But hey, I mean,
Is the natural log rate or rate constant versus 1/t supposed to look like this?
it's gonna be a linear plot.
Mine look like that. On 0 is gonna be 0.
1/t.
Should I just omit 0?
Yeah, probably, but it's supposed to be 1/t.
Yeah, no, I have it as 1/t. I just didn't relabel it. It is.
What the heck?
I think ignore these because they're very tiny wobbly.
Why does that look like titration? That's funny.
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what
But it's a titration, but I'm adding temperature.
Oh my god, the equilibrium is the equilibrium point is just the reaction goes. Nice.
It's kind of sick.
Everything is sigmoidal. Everything's a lie.
Everything's. I don't know what to get from this. Then.
Um,
It shouldn't be linear.
maybe just like acknowledge that you have an R squared of like 0.05. I don't know. I haven't gotten that far. I didn't actually do much rate calculations because my data was fairly useless.
It's data.
That's.
I can just screenshot.
What are you guys thinking? Should we try and do it Tuesday? Or do you not want to do it Tuesday, presentation?
I'm thinking Tuesday.
Because I would love to do it Tuesday, which means, are you guys taking your biochem finals on Friday or? That's what I'm gonna do too, so I can just dip Tuesday. After that, I don't have anything else.
I'm holding Kaiden hostage tomorrow night to study for biology.
So.
Yep, I'll study with you guys on biochem. I kind of said he would text me, so.
Sweet.
You know what you do in those?
To get an A, after quarter 4 came in, I need like a 90.
On the final?
Yeah, really get an A. But, which is like, but I need like 50 to get a B, which I'm fine with. In biochem?
Yeah.
Yeah,
James.
it's about the same. I mean, to be honest, I've held up. I'm not, I know I'm gonna get a B eventually. So when I'm,
Yeah.
I'm not very good at biochem. And the teacher just doesn't teach to the style that I learned from, so.
Period.
Oh, I'm sorry, I still find.
Stuart Herring sucks.
Okay. But yeah, so I'm fine. If it's a B that I get, if it happens to be biochem, that's fine.
It is.
And I, I ended up building a buffer of higher grade classes up until now, so I can take it. But
They're so
Yeah.
close, the mirror is starting to hide.
Yeah, I won't even. My GPA would not budge at all. But what credits I have?
To be fair, half of my credits are
Supposed to be
don't grad.
graduated by now.
Just the funny part about my GPA is most of the credits don't actually count towards it. Because I took a bunch in high school and a bunch in another university, so like half of my credits don't count.
Yeah, well, they still go towards your grade.
No, they don't count for the GPA. I could have gotten an F, or no, I could have gotten a D and passed and it would have wouldn't count towards my GPA. Transfer credits don't, for whatever reason. But I got A's in the case that they retroactively do it, it's
Yeah.
still count.
Yeah.
Whatever, even with, you know,
I'm
30
just
some
curious
credits,
how we would
I'm sure change a whole lot.
change the initial eigenstate in the cell. Does that make sense? Okay. Maybe you answered that and I didn't understand, but
Sticker and I need to.
how to like tie it back to.
Don't worry about it, James. No idea where it's even nodding.
So that it get recorded. So, any quantum system in the world tends to go to the ground state. So including photovoltaic.
Guys, you to sleep.
Then in the real life, you just put your panels near the highway on the exposed to the white light to show light. But on experiment, you can spectroscopy and irradiate your solar panel by light of a different frequency. And then you can tell that it's this frequency it absorbs and another it does not. So it should be in resonance with transition. Transitions from ground state orbital to higher orbital. So this, optical excitation by selecting the wavelengths of exciting light, you select which which orbital, which eigenstate will wait.
I'm also gonna have videos.
Initial, okay,
Mine is straight video.
and then after initial population, it may transfer.
Slot stuff after the video is made.
The question answer. More questions.
You might want to think like.
I'll express my idea, but it's maybe too much. Or maybe I'd rather on a board.
Leave the doctor.
We've ever been.
No, it's not. Let's make it closer. We've never close. Again, no. Maybe it's Jimmy John's. No, maybe at Jimmy John's.
Listen.
Oh, because calling us.
What you could do, right, is take a screenshot, so have the snip tool at the ready, take a screenshot before. And then take a screenshot in the middle at the exact right time. That's what I would try doing. with a
But I
couple of
did,
videos.
I took one of the initial, I took this multiple max because it's all calibrated. It's a fine.
How do I change the thick? How do I change the thick? How do I change the thick?
More figures so they can just.
And how do I change? And how do I? And how do I?
It's like,
How do I change the thick?
Yes, come on. This little max there.
I don't know, man. I don't know very much about each individual person's projects, so.
Maybe that's James, this seems like he would. Choose both of these. I start reading something.
I would never just eat.
All right.
Mine's not quite
I
that.
never trust it.
I think we have some. Mine's-
What was
Hey,
that? Oh my gosh.
Carrot. What did you do? The chairs. That was.
Bro, to be fair, this chair is not like, it was not leaning the right way.
No, listen to this. Maybe don't.
It felt like it
On
was.
this scale.
You just messed up my entire thing.
No, I didn't.
Just Control and Z, bro.
Oh my gosh.
Or I guess Control Z.
You messed it up.
Oh, God.
You messed it up.
How do I change the line width?
How do you make it
Do you know
big?
things?
Line width. Let me go take line with my. I have like, reverse myself on an example.
You make it so thick.
I need it real thick.
I need it so thick, James.
I want like
I
a
need it thick, thick.
3-point thickness.
All right, so,
How do I
Like
get
this.
thick?
um,
And how do I make one dotted? No,
Or dotted and dashed.
How do I make it thick?
I think my potential should be dotted and dashed, or
Yeah.
my probability should be dotted and dashed.
The first one.
The potential. Dotted and dashed?
I like that. That's the three.
What, is that like your hump?
Yeah,
Emission states.
I think that makes.
I would
sense.
have your potential dotted.
Yeah. Dotted and dashed, James.
Actually teach the color scheme.
Like, have that. What's one up with that fast code? Yeah. It's just- Dotted and dashed.
Oh, yeah, or no, you mean for your graph. I thought you were talking about access labels. No, I don't know how to mess with that graph stuff.
Oh, grass stuff. is-
I want it thick, James. James, I want it thick.
Line. Should be line width.
Oh, I get it. Oh, look at that thick.
Mile.
Wow.
You're laying. Gigabyte with that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, see that line.
Gary was just, yeah, this thing of a line.
Yeah, it's got, oh,
Yeah, look at your scrawny little thin line. My thick line.
Here's
How you doing? How you doing?
How I do it?
How you
I did
doing?
it into figure.
Oh, that, now, that won't work for a movie.
Can you still send me the?
You have to do it beforehand. Should I look up like line width, or no, help plot maybe? I'm not sure.
MATLAB plot line width.
Yeah, how you do that?
Plot lines with different line widths.
How you do that?
That works.
Yeah.
You just put line width,
Isn't it? Do I?
that's pretty
Where do you
straightforward.
put it?
The
You have to
video- so
type
I
parentheses
tried
or
to
anything?
completely
You need
deleted
apostrophes.
Apostrophes.
Line
Like,
width.
all the code.
I didn't send it over.
I want line width of 3.
But yeah, and I removed it from the email, but the video still won't work for me. Like it won't.
Camera's reversed. I'm on this side of the room, but I'm on that side of the camera.
Yeah,
Let's create another just line width.
yeah, capital L, capital W, apostrophes.
In
As it-
apostrophe.
As its own argument.
It's telling me it's wrong. The text.
Well, you did it wrong.
Inside of the
I did
line,
it wrong too.
inside of the. Line.
Yeah, it's after apostrophe.
Inside the original arguments, it's a separate one.
I don't know, it's not working for me either. Not working for me either.
Okay.
It's really not working for me.
Okay. Line width 3, we'll see how this one.
It doesn't like what I did.
Well, I'm gonna see it just as, if like.
Maybe,
Oh, I do not like it when I did. So, just. How do you do the line with Garrett?
I don't know good.
What the?
Or copy, yes.
Wait, did it say R and 1/2 R and D?
Well,
I said something wrong, but I didn't talk to we don't.
Still doesn't like it. I don't know.
Being real sus over there.
Huh?
Being real sus over there.
Me?
Yeah.
Guilty. Whatever. Oh, man. Back in.
You know what I'm gonna do while I'm sitting here? Let's see if I can find that music with link close that you were talking about. I didn't.
What?
Let's see if I can find that music was the thing you were talking about.
Oh, they're available. Don't worry about it.
PowerPoint.
Just like you.
Garrett, you shut up now.
You're making good.
That kinds of available.
Man, you're really not posting enough advertisements for yourself on the market, bro. Come on.
For real.
You gotta be hustling them corners, bro.
Blood.
Hustling them corners, you know?
Seems like we all this thickness in one sample. Rust. Do it. I wanna see. Oh, hey.
To the point where I'm like sweating, you know?
I think you want some else. Line 101. What's in line 101? What? Oh, I have a comment there. Let's see what happens. Oh, it's running. Wow. Oh, I'm. Okay, so that's thick. They're all publicly available? That's thick. That's so thick. I'm looking for it.
And then exam one.
What is growing? Oh, I made that one thick. Yes. That's,
There are two subjects for use.
that's what I want. On blood, that's what
What did you figure,
I figured out how to make it. You say set, and then you do the same thing if you were to set like a line color. You just say line width. That's too big.
No.
I'm gonna need 6.
There,
Oh God, look at how thick it is already though.
Wow, is that the middle one?
Yeah, the like army.
They is quite loud.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm quite.
when I had,
Quite aroused by how large that line is.
so like, I'm
That does
there,
it better. No, I don't like
I can't really tell the difference.
Line
because
me, like lawn with.
They're crazy or it's in like a different.
Let's see what it look like, right?
Not even know. Deal is to get
Right,
line,
let's-
line with, and you know, Jamie the bride.
Let's take a little look first, right? Oh, wow.
That,
Oh,
my God.
I
That's
can't-
line with,
I
it's
can't-
absolutely large.
That is quite thick for my line. I do say so myself.
Absolutely bonkers. User during. Long with is gigantic. Where do I find reviews?
I like, let's do 2.75. Ooh, I feel zesty.
Does this look right?
What does?
Just look up music 108 and give music 108 exam once.
I don't know, I just looked up a question. I think that's a pretty appropriate deal. Yes,
Oh, Bill.
that's pretty.
Oh, why? Why do I need to sign up? Are these flashcards like extra thick?
They're thick, baby. So that was so central. Oh.
Yeah.
For an album, you can make educated guesses and the other half and just also just. Wants to like do the small stuff.
You're not who I was expecting.
No, I like.
Okay.
I played.
No, yeah.
I was like.
But still. like,
No,
yeah,
yeah.
repeating.
Why are you over there?
Oh.
It should be pretty thick, kind of good.
That's so thick.
Or if you have to open a new tab and preserve one tab and open, it like. Page you have does have questions. It's your chance. Right, every single question. Regardless of change.
There's gonna be so jealous.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw it.
I barely noticed that difference. Cool.
Oh, did I? I have to unsubscribe.
Also, this is such a specific color. It's so good.
See if there's a third one.
Oh, I need to turn it up. Who wishes her line was to get line? You do. Yeah.
Makes me think.
We didn't even see my eyes. No, listen. You thought though.
Good thought.
You thought though. Yup. Yup.
Sick.
I can see you in the recording right now. Yup. Garrett, I figured it out. 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 How to do the line? How? Do set, and whatever you define the line as, then do line with whatever you define the line. My line's still running.
I don't know.
Go find it.
Okay.
Choosing the posters.
Better not just.
Orange. Orange.
Orange.
I don't think so. I just think I think charge you. It's like free, right? You can just.
Yeah, but thank you for being so generous and letting your seat. Just for the sake of science.
Oh, of course.
Yellow. I just achieved yellow. What's yellow?
Nice.
What? My computer has.
What problems?
Yeah, I think I brought my computer to the lab one too many times and there's residue on my computer.
That's cool.
It's fine. I rubbed it with an ounce, it's still on there,
Oh.
but it's rubber, so I don't care. It's not like it's aluminum or anything. Believe me,
I just made my line white.
that's great for visibility.
Right?
It's the gate to the place where you open this. Everything was turned like.
Here, did you find your line?
So just want to know if it's possible. So it didn't let me look at the idea. that you made.
Ooh, doggy. Doggy.
Every university have music 108. I looked it up and it's everywhere.
I don't know.
We know Craig, don't touch it.
Might be a standard.
We know Craig, good. You don't say it.
And then when you add everything you do, close video.
What's your total pay? ¿Cómo se dice?
First request.
Te amo.
See, it doesn't count how many moves you. So if you do.
Te amo.
Te amo. Yes, te amo, my favorite. Ooh, that is a good color blue if I remember seeing. Wow. You're just.
It's very bold.
Isn't it? Look at that.
Like America's ass. The
Color
colors.
is, look at that color.
Nice color.
Right. That's what I thought.
Slideshow.
That's.
I'm saying, get all of this just sounds.
It's like must be more dirty guy.
Right, so you can really speak and materials will be, you know.
Anybody wanna play frog or?
We're gonna play Crossy Road in real life.
I want to.
Instead of having to have this place.
Let's go to I-94. See your ass at I-94.
See you across the way.
Why did you move across the road?
That would be crazy. You should do it during a snowstorm.
Like 200-foot visibility.
No, 10-foot visibility.
Oh, God. You just see like hazard lights millisecond before you get run over, plowed into the snow, like God, just like rearrange your insides.
I think I'd actually play.
There's a bunch of stuff on here. I'm kind of happy with this. Let's see how this goes. Might also make a change. See what happens with that.
I like this deal.
Maybe I should turn it red.
You were here in person.
Garrett, excuse you. Good heavens, Garrett. What has gotten into you?
Yes,
no,
yes.
yes, no, stop.
It's so gassy.
You're so gassy.
It's so gassy.
Garrett, lay off the sauerkraut, man.
You like sauerkraut beer?
No.
I don't think I've ever had
This
it.
is a Black Ops quote, but I just have it in my mind that it's rent free. It's like Dempsey's like, Rick off and lay off the sauerkraut, man.
He shits his brains.
Long as, like, dude, Black Ops Zombies is unhinged. It's awesome.
I haven't played Black Ops Zombies.
That was Black Ops 3 just has permanent 100 GB slot on my console that I just, because I go somewhere else. I was thinking about getting one, like, this computer can surely run Black Ops 1. I might just get it, slap it into crossover and see what happens. Huh?
That'd be fun.
Yeah, Black Ops 1's my favorite. I don't think they've made a Call of Duty that quite captured my eye in the same sense Black Ops 1.
Sure.
Or
Oh,
for
God, that
three.
is so ugly.
Figure I made.
Oh, the red on the green is atrocious.
Black Kettle Black much? Just kidding.
I think this is working, but I
That's so
can't really
ugly.
tell. We'll find out.
Looks like it's working.
I think the video is gonna record it with the green always there though. Because where it is in the loop.
Your potential seems to be changing, but your probability doesn't seem to be redrawing. Interesting. Oh, have you tried hold on, maybe?
What are you talking? No, it is.
I think even the angle is 45 degrees.
Held on.
Changing the potential.
It's the same in one.
Oh, no, it's not changing the potential, it's changing the probability.
No. Well, then why is your potential the one flashing?
Just because it's, I don't know, what it is, but I did this. I'm plotting the potential, holding, and then plotting the probability, I don't really get why.
No, just results.
Is it moving? I can't tell.
The blue line?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's moving.
okay.
It started over here. It's just kind of slow.
Do you have not a lot of momentum?
Sure.
And typically this probably stays still.
Quite a bit of one.
Must be like 16
Yeah, it's because it's going straight over the potential.
That makes sense. You know, the funny part there is, right?
See.
That thing where it makes a bunch of squiggles in mine, the behavior didn't change a whole lot even after I put 500,000 momentum. I think that's enough temperature to literally condense the universe back into a single dot. It's a lot. 500,000 momentum.
Say that again.
Up to start a new universe.
That's enough momentum. That's the momentum that rivals planets. 500,000 momentum.
How much energy do they think that the Big Bang released?
I have.
Was it infinite? I think we can only calculate infinite.
Now, numbers are futile concept in the face. Of using the universe.
Because all of the energy of the universe was condensed in one point, which would technically be.
Because the universe is still expanding. Yeah, I was about to say, that breaks what we assume the limits of energy occupying a single space is.
That's also.
Because like, if we use dimensional analysis, we can figure out like certain, beyond a certain point, it's just literally a black hole.
Yeah. Well, isn't it expanding just because,
Or wait, oh my God.
that just has constant, does it have constant acceleration? Where's the acceleration increase?
I forget.
The universe have jerk?
You know what? That's a good question. I don't know. All I know is that there was once,
I know
What was
we're
it?
expanding faster and faster, but that's our velocity, guys. We could have constant acceleration.
yeah, or no, I know they made a graph as to where, the rate of universal expansion depends on the distance the planets are away from our deserved center. So somebody looked with a telescope, figured out, oh, these certain planets, this certain length away have this certain rate of expansion. So they plotted it all on a graph. And it turns out, if you take the inverse of the slope of that graph, you get roughly the age of the universe.
Well, I saw
That's, the
that
math isn't supposed to work out that way, but it happens.
the observable before you ask you center, which isn't actually the center.
It does, to go the observable.
Yeah.
Observable center. It's just we're speeding our way through some calculations.
I see, I see. That makes sense. Like the only way to get back to what it's shown, it's not something. Our. Universe is. There's no way to ever see the center because
It's easy, we just have to use Gauss-Jordan elimination and then back calculate the center of the universe.
This is our probability of where our electrons.
Yeah, except
within our
the way I saw it is
So
that
this
the
is
universe
with the sky.
is. You can think of it You know, if our universe was
Yeah.
projected
So-
onto a two-dimensional plane,
Try your wonder.
surface, it would be a sphere of
sounds
surface.
And the
And the only way to get to the center
Elements up here
The
come
sphere.
from wells, so
But
that,
it
that
is-
our electrons can be more
inverse,
from those.
the analogy.
So that
we need
explains
to go
like the
back
depth
in
of each
time.
time.
So it's this
So we
sphere
lined up
that's
these
expanding.
because this is our perovskite.
So we're wrapping it around a
You know,
sphere, the edge of a
so-
sphere,
And this is our
the
titanium.
boundary of the
Yes.
sphere, I guess.
So- And so
So this
there,
is the
that's
theories of the
how-
universe is actually
how we
continuous,
show it.
but as a, like a sphere. That's right. There is no edge.
And so.
Well, the Earth didn't have an edge.
Exactly, it makes sense. Why would you think that there's an end, you know?
Look at that. No, there isn't anything. It's just we're gonna find a funny looking dragon there.
True.
So
True.
That is so
line
funny.
this up,
But it's so weird to think
as
about.
time
There's
goes
no
on, our
center
electron
of the
will be,
universe. The only
further towards our.
way to get to the center is to go back to that.
It's be funny, right? So
Yes.
the universe has an axis like y and theta, but the r axis is actually time. So time is a physical axis, just the radius of our sphere surface. That's fucking fun.
I'm going to do a little, explanation and, analysis. It will be related primarily to Emma in Antikythera. Others, you may not listen and just have fun on other things. Maybe partially for Kaiden. No reprimands, everything friendly, everything is good. Just there are symbolically two groups of researchers here. One group is focusing primarily on electronic, on coordinate of electron, and other group focus on coordinate of the protons and nuclear motion. And most or all of you did borrow information on potentials from helpers. So I'm not touching information from helpers for interatomic distances. I'm focusing on electron coordinate. So there. So I'm just doing trivial things, but Hamiltonian has kinetic and potential energy. For three-dimensional objects, the potential depends on three coordinates. Right? And there are ways that one needs to spend the whole semester how to map multi-dimensional electrons to single electron problem. But there is a way to find this potential based on already known eigenstates. So from electronic structure DFT calculation, one can import the three-dimensional potential, which is a like tensor, three-dimensional map. Right? This is too much and too complicated for us in this course. We need just one dimension. And we know which dimension, which direction we are interested in. For Haydn, it is just from head to tail of the snake, right? For those who are interested in charge transfer, if you have interface, if you have like two quantum dots, if you have quantum dot and surface, you just connect donor and acceptor by line and explore potential along this line. In both of your cases, this line was Z coordinate. So the helpers who run DFT code, they create potential, local potential that depends on three coordinates. So it's three-dimensional map. And then in the code in the part of the code that likely is not shown to you, it is integrated. So the three-dimensional potential of X, Y, and Z is integrated over dx and integrated over dy. And then it gives an approximate potential as function of Z. So this is typically called log code.z, or for Emma, it has some advanced name with several columns, but the idea is the same. There is a procedure of converting three-dimensional atomistic potential into one-dimensional potential for your exploration. The little piece of information that Emma explained to Ifani right now was how to draw this potential and how to correlate it with positions of atoms for which this potential was found. So there is ions, each ion has attractive potential. It has a contribution of screening other electrons, screening this attraction by nucleus, and then one gets some reliable three-dimensional potential. But we need in this course just one dimension. And therefore, Emma did this demonstration. Atomistic model, which gives three-dimensional potentials. Then one-dimensional potential that looks like 0, 0, 7 wells. And then after this, one can show how the dynamics of the wave packet in this potential changes over time. Yeah, thank you for the attention. This you do what you do.
Do you want me to make the red? Like the red color?
I want it to be 255,000. Full red. Have the maximum red.
Sure. As well just do RGB.
Oh, that's all good, yes.
Red. I like this. I think that's pretty.
How do I add labels?
I mean, it's obvious.
I
don't even know what this axis is.
Just letting it over, blare the screen for me with the roll. Just point.
Just turn on the brightness.
Yeah, I want my red.
What units do you think the reaction coordinates in?
Figure the reaction coordinate. That is going to be. The reaction coordinate has different probability. Oh, so there's a length. There's an atomic. Yeah, atomic units. So there's a length in atomic units.
There's time,
There's time,
and then there's,
but that changes over time.
and there's energy.
So there's probability, right? So your reaction coordinate will have probability as a function of the graph of length. And that will change with respect to time.
Yeah.
So probability and then length in atomic units.
What's the units for probability?
Really?
Probability, I don't
It's
know.
just-
It's just probability.
Person, yeah.
Yeah, it's just zero, it's 0 to 1. You just say population if you wanted to. It's also logical with it. Probability.
Well, how do I change my axes?
Where are my
X
axes?
label or something like that, X label, Y label.
Or not my axis titles, the like domain.
When you plot, you can specify a range, I believe with numbers, you can say 0 comma something to, and I think it's 4 numbers, you just separate them with commas instead of your domains.
This one and this one.
Oh, X lim and Y lim.
Oh, that checks out.
Write the video this time, so it didn't. Or the video.
I don't know, okay, like, so, to be fair, all the videos that we've written ourselves have been used in a single loop. There's a code with multiple loops, then maybe there's another command in there that fucks it up.
But I don't even know if I need, when I don't have the hold, it doesn't.
You know what? The video is probably way too fast.
No, I have it pausing.
Oh, okay, pausing for how long?
A 100th of a second.
Oh, that should be good then.
Gary, you're crazy.
My man's really running quantum in 100 FPS.
I have 1,000 timestamps, so should have. Yeah, 10 seconds of video.
I don't know. That's a good question. Just waiting on Dimitri. I some stuff to add in my report. I think it's got some stuff to my report. I might have to look for Fridays. Because after biochem, I don't really have anything else to do that day, so I just. Because what happens on Friday?
I definitely prepared. Quiz was, quiz was, and it definitely. Quiz was.
Yeah, that's okay, man. You see, I'm actually a boomer in clothing.
Well, recuperated from,
I'm so tired of it.
from Sunday night.
Wake up, we got a lot to
Access.
guys do it. So, right,
So that's.
Yeah, it's probably finishing your reports.
oh yeah, I want to see if, so, like slides. Oh, yeah. You see where you're, email me back. Between 35, let's say this number 6, of course, review will be 35. The funny part is, Garrett, right? Remember how it goes take my BIOC 460 final report or my exam report?
Mhm.
Just gotta look up here. Still gave me a grade. What grade was it? 66 out of 120, even though I didn't take the exam. What? Yeah, I got a 66 out of 120, even though I didn't take the exam.
I'm sorry. Well, is that how we increase the average?
No, the average is much higher than a 66.
Right, but like if, instead of 0, if you put your grade in as a 66, it increased the average score of the exam.
A little bit, but not that much.
But still,
It was weird.
If you did that for everyone that didn't take,
but still, he could still then do that for other people too.
yeah, you could.
Why did
like,
nobody give you a 66?
Increase the average so that.
That's so total,
So that,
this might, we might be uncovering something.
so the total average for the course is 78%. So if he increases the average for exam 4, then that maybe increases people's averages enough though that it's exactly in line with a mean, he doesn't have to curve anything.
It wasn't at 80.7.
But it's just low enough, it's at the very lowest point, such that it can also have a higher standard deviation. So that even if it wasn't considered, graded standardly, then. I don't know, this is sus.
That's weird. I don't like
I'm a
that.
66 out of 120.
That doesn't make sense. Why
Give
would you
you
put
a
that in?
66.
Cause it's like dependent on your number, your zip ID number. So that doesn't make sense.
It didn't appear. Every other test I've written my zip number on, this one I didn't even go to, so I
Right.
couldn't have even written.
That doesn't make sense.
Something's fishy.
I'm assuming that somebody might have gotten a 0 when they don't deserve it, so I've emailed him to let him know that I got a 66 when I didn't even take the damn test. Otherwise, I wouldn't really care, but I don't want somebody to get a 0 if they got their IDs mine.
Real.
66 on the dot. What you got?
66 out of 120. Yeah, that's about.
How many questions is that around?
Like 40, right?
Minus 66 over 3. Oh, I know.
It's 3 points a question? Yep.
Oh, yeah.
It's 4 points a question.
It's worth about by 3 here. Go ahead.
It's 4 points a question, I thought, because 40, no, 30? 30 points a question.
40 questions.
It's 65 divided by 30, which is 22, right? Yes. Well, you can. So just over 50%.
Yeah, we're on the same road.
Which is, I think, it's lower than the average. I hate the spot.
It's like a heterogeneous blessing.
But it's like, well, I tagged my results the right thing, maybe it was responsive, hopefully responsive. If not, I might just literally go into class tomorrow just to spite him and ask him, hey, bro, what's my grade?
No, there's not gonna be class.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Let's do it.
It's gonna be insane.
No class on Friday.
The exam's on Friday, I thought.
The optional exam.
No, I'll just.
I don't think the optional exam, because I don't want to have to take it Thursday, but that's a whole last week away.
Is bigger than you. Then you do some conjecture, then you. Method.
I need to, that's your. Or being residents. Need a 90% to get, so I don't think, we'll see. I get lucky paper there, but.
Today, I guarantee you.
All of them, no.
All of them, I can't do.
I'm gonna, because I can't.
Okay, well, okay,
How do I change my access title?
X label, Y label, I believe the committees do that.
Okay. I don't know how to do that, but okay.
Help X label maybe? That's my guess. I get chicken lucky myself, but actually, no, I have X label and Y label in here. No, hold on, let me find them. That's not what I want. How did OCAN or analytical chemistry setting up, by the way?
This kid was fine.
Yeah. we'll send it.
So Y label. So you put Y label, or X label rather, and then in parentheses apostrophe, the first set of apostrophes, you put what you want the label to be, comma, second set of apostrophes, you put the font size, and then after the apostrophe, comma space, and then the font size number, value rather.
Sorry, so again.
You put X label, X, I'll show you I'll just bring my computer over there for you.
What the? I'm ready.
Move your Marks bottle over.
All right, what did you, oh, Jesus.
So right there, so that's what the contents of it is, the first apostrophe says.
There are two leaves. Why did you put apostrophe X?
Because I'm labeling it as, that's the label. So everything that's purple inside this apostrophe
Yep.
is what's actually on the label.
I gotcha. Yes.
I just wanna know how to change the freaking domain and range.
Just the.
They're there, child. They're there.
Trace.
Okay, Kratos, so. Watch it, just not fucking.
So
That's beautiful. Wow, so it's there, it's just there.
It's right there. You can just label, congratulations.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
There's only
Many things.
I just looked at the code. That's all I choose.
Many things.
I'm surprised that thing purchased a computer. I wish I could take a break that small with me.
30 watts.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's like that, and it's like 100 something.
Yeah, I used to have,
Yeah, you got a
because I
little-
kind of lost it.
Got a little baby brick.
Yeah.
Oh my God, guided.
I got kind of a big brick.
Don't worry about it, though.
The brick is quite large. You don't even have USB-C for your charging port.
It's just a plain old, that ain't even USB yet.
Proprietary, that's what that is.
Yeah, it seems like it. It's just got a buckets of digging or something.
Yeah.
Robes, Mike, go what computer.
Probes your computer for a lack of electrons, for extra protons. That's like,
Yes.
you want some electrons to go those protons?
I love a little bit of protons in my electronics. That's my favorite.
Actually, what is your graphics card? Because it says studio on it.
Oh, it's some 4060.
Wow, that's new. Actually, yeah, it's still new. It's the newest series. What am I doing? What am I saying?
Instant vision.
Otherwise, it just breathes like a dragon.
Yeah. Right somewhere.
So we were tracking the location of an electron. But I don't know completely understand what quantum dot is. Are you looking at Naveen's?
How do you have the energy? Okay, I was like, damn, James, how the fuck?
Yeah, I'm not supposed to have energy, but I ate a crap ton of food and had a bunch of tea. So there's a potential trigger high powering me through the last little bit of the day, so I can go back home and sleep.
That's fair as fuck, James.
I finished at 7:30 this morning. The project. I was not finished really, but part of my thing, I gave it to Dimitri, and I'm like, all right, chief, this is what I have so far. But I'm bringing it back, since I think the first thing I'm going to do is do a couple of those new exams, the due dates this Wednesday.
And you dissect
And-
the
and,
dye, but I'm not looking at any effect of the dye, I'm looking at how does she change the initial orbital of my electron, how does that affect
Just general.
how its its position?
Oh, wow.
Route.
Chemistry, time to learn about music. No, we didn't.
You would be wrong.
So I don't know.
Hopefully we can actually, yeah, so we should.
Read it.
What do you like down there?
You got like what, 3 people in the class? Yeah, I got.
Yeah.
Did you get a name that class? Yeah. But I need those credits after biochem.
Yeah, I'm so excited for the vacuum.
Please repeat your I'm assuming,
I asked what these dash lines and these diagrams stand for.
Don't ask Garrett what he could try and place or.
It's a 30 something. I think so.
Dash
Kind of
lines,
busted.
He calculated it
The
today
average
was 45 now. Ask what.
the wave function what's back.
Man,
It'll be
you
more
guys are
towards
probably
the
gonna
wave
get A's.
moving,
I'm
if someone
probably
pushed
gonna
back
get B's,
and
but
goes
that's fine.
forward, the dash
No.
line will be like the
You'll be
the
fine.
middle of those values. So if there's more going through it, if this line is more shifted.
I have to get a
less
90%.
reflected. I think is what you said.
So even with the classical state, change classical state to proton has one well-defined position. It will be maximum
Narrow my
when
band gap.
and web reflection or passing through going from the line. But here we can ambiguity of superposition.
So that equates to a higher energy?
What is there?
Yeah.
And then this concept
You are decreasing the gap between your
what we
reality.
can actually classical language is not.
It's at a higher energy. It's like at the tippy top of your, well, I guess, no, not necessarily.
It shows.
So it's like if it can move throughout the band, then it just requires less energy to
Simple
get the transition. But your band gap, I don't think changes. Your band gap is constant.
Images for your project.
It just takes less energy to jump to.
Streams goes.
If you don't have to be excited through a bunch of other.
So you can just expectation value. And jump in the middle.
So increasing,
So.
it would obviously decrease my activation and
But we see that there's.
Increasing it.
decrease.
Because your
Increasing
volume
your-
state is substantially.
Yes.
Substantially. Classical.
Increase your activation.
Decrease.
Decrease. With the,
Because it would take, if you're saying it would take less energy,
at a higher position.
yeah, then,
Sigma variance.
because,
Increase is just toward close.
You said decrease your, I can say was decrease your activation.
increasing my, I can say decrease my activation. That's what, that's like, intuitive. Exactly. Could be why, like,
Tried to say.
some photovoltaic cells don't show, and there's not enough sun, because there's not enough photons. There's high enough to get it.
But that's probably not. Right.
The amount of this.
That makes sense.
Yeah, your strength is measured.
Maybe estimate.
Amount formation of the product, but this dashed line is into. More it wins the.
I just figured out how to put labels and change the thickness and color.
Change the color of the back. Because then it's gonna look like shit, you know. Show you.
Oh, like I need it for the movie too.
The movie. I don't know how to do that.
Right. Period.
And then like.
I don't need it.
I'm on.
How do you set that? Set backgrounds.
The back quality. I like you cut.
Environment for running code.
This can be
Let me put help background color.
So, I would formulate it myself, but it's really running.
Very easy. So search the documentation.
Classical quantum approaches.
Whoa.
In the classical approach, as an exact threshold equal to.
Specify resolution.
So if. So. And
I can change the resolution.
Go 4K, baby. 4K. Man's running potential in 4K. It's gonna take 5 hours to compute, that's fine.
Oh, God.
Energy below.
By default, the export graphics function saves content with a white background. You can specify a different background by setting the background color and name value parity.
Range of this is not provided to
Current slide color of the application's parent. No, it sets background color.
It's the same idea, but just slightly different text.
Parent.
White. Yeah, but I'm going to just a verbal illustration.
Background to the color.
Define what you have said before, just to make this. So I spoke of Barry, which was specific. By the way, it is not the whole, picture, it's the first.
Why do you literally have a
I'm
crush
not
on
just a change. Actually. Okay.
Why do you literally have a crush on me right now? Yeah, why do you literally have a crush? You're just dead inside.
I see that.
You need a pumpkin or Garrett.
Emma, what color would you suggest?
White.
It was white.
It wasn't, it was off gray.
Off the green.
Put it on a white background.
I like the off gray because it like specifies the borders for my taste a little bit better. Because the background of the graph itself is white, but
I'm here.
No, it's white.
Emma comes out.
You know what I mean? Because without it, this would all be like gray.
that makes sense. I didn't bother changing it. I don't think it was- Oh, you did?
Not that it really matters.
Which means.
I was about to say, I just put it all in.
Right click it or whatever.
Let's see my potentials. Maybe I can Photoshop it.
Oops. It's all
Photoshop potential.
Click it a little. Oh, yeah.
So the experiment predicts this question.
Yeah, but how do I do that in the code?
Okay.
Okay.
Garrett, how many guys here? You see that. Some version of it.
A bar chart below transparent vector. What color was it? How useful was this information? None.
To be completed in the past.
Images, graphics.
Several. This is correct, but it's like. It's clear to.
Hi.
Roads. It's a little more.
Just wanted to say hi, that's it. That's like literally it. How do I choose? Access.
What is this? Let's
See.
Absolutely unique access. What is it about combining?
Innovation values, date time, geographic. X label, Y
We're
label.
not going to hide the experiment. You know,
Wait, can I change the X label? No, that doesn't.
suppose
Do the first Z labels, color order.
you want to check. Whether it's ready. The X creature. It's classically the reaction don't you sure not all this was painstakingly racial. Nature should have properties. Let's see. With the description.
Describe background color.
So, you can put it. Positive things, negative things, so I hypothesize that proton will exceed what we are. Or even background. The classical part. Oh, that's actually 6 megabytes.
Meanwhile, Leninger over here. Like half a freaking gigabyte. For this. They could find. This would be good. Show videos. Should I do?
Oh, no, I don't think so. It's not supposed to.
If something is incomplete, it's.
No,
Information for the rest of the questions.
don't you get a hug?
Slides that you
No.
expose on these.
I can give you one.
Okay. So,
Sure.
right.
Yeah.
Right here.
This is like.
Coming on in. Coming on in. Yes, coming on in. Looks.
Do I change this?
All right.
Just this. It's not- Patient with back. I think. So. That's no. But the idea was that it's. Somebody else is the gear. I drive all my car. So that's it. Yes. James, would you like to be the next? You have questions?
Absolutely.
Okay, a little comment, when we select time for presentations, I will probably arrange order of presentations based on the material, so it will be logically following one after another. And with all our love to democracy and freedom, I will probably take responsibility of ordering, but let's just cooperate in this. Again, I'm not going to scare you. I'm looking very optimistic and brave into the future. But whoever speaks the first one has a higher chance to provoke audience to ask questions how the method is working. So whenever when we decide a schedule in person, it means first 1 or 2 speakers should have backup slides on the methods. For the rest, likely not. But it's always, again, your task in this mini research is not to develop methods. You do applied research. But it is a nature of unbiased audience to be curious about how the method is working. And you are best experts in the world. You know a lot. It just maybe, I just would want to prepare you that you do not feel tricked or to have these questions as a surprise. So you may borrow something from your previous presentation and make it as a backup slide.
So you talk about applications, but if someone dares to ask you, yeah, for sure, we do it every day. Here is my slides of how the momentum is expressed as a matrix. We have more questions and you're scared of anyone after you show this matrix. Just show that you got basic ideas what is going on. Okay. And it's not a big deal. You are doing very advanced, tremendous things better than any PCAM student in the world. At least I want to believe so that you do. Just put maybe 3% of your preparation time in thinking about this idea and be ready for questions about how the method is functioning. You do not need to tell everything we did in class. If you expose just a little percent, it will be more than enough. Evolution, operators as matrices, and then everyone will be happy. Okay, done with this little comment.
All right, should we find a spot to sit down?
Yeah.
We're probably gonna.
Yeah, I already distorted order of chairs all over across the room.
Because I have quite a just almost. Might take some time. So I sent you, I think this morning.
Yes, I saw it and I did reply briefly.
Did you have a lot of time to like look at it, or did you just look it over? Like,
I read it over a minute and found some comments that you can address right away.
Yeah, because those ways I asked about this.
But to be on the same foot with everyone in the class, we need to launch this premium session that a couple of peers review your work and you review others. Why? There is no way to trade, but it will be very, very useful. You shall see which errors others are doing. Because your target audience is not me. You are writing for the future of NPR, people of the same career. You will see that what you say could be misinterpreted heavily by people of the same background as you do. So you are friends and colleagues and you talk every day. And common buddies, jokes, social events that tell one thing and they in the your radio they are just continue write a brief summary. People are heroes. Their explanation of how they interpret one. Okay, we'll do it electronically. I'm confident you benefit from this exercise.
okay, so in that case, I'm gonna go over something with you, show you some stuff, and then,
Did you got my reply this morning?
yes,
Yes. Okay. Good.
let me pull it up, because that, I'm gonna ask about that here in a second after.
I was typing on a cell phone, so that's so.
No worries. So, there's my stuff. So I suppose you didn't really take a whole lot, I didn't have a whole lot of time to look at like my actual stuff here, but basically. No matter what I did, I ended up getting these squiggles. My K's here didn't change. And I thought maybe I'll run some more tests with different potentials and different initial stuffs. But it didn't end up changing, so I just kept the main way that I was going to originally figure out this stuff numerically. Basically, it was inconclusive. That was,
So whenever you start, if you end up with a median number. If you started away, if you come to the.
no,
No?
not necessarily. Okay. So if, like, for example, I have videos, you don't want to pull the video. Let me show you what the video. I have 10 videos as well, so. And it's way too late to redo this, so if we end up figuring it out. I don't know if I'll have a whole lot of time to end up redoing this whole thing, because I have a bunch of stuff that's due at the end of the week here, but. Let's find a file like one of the ones in the end, 4B.
You upload it to YouTube. I don't insist, but when it is on YouTube, and just send.
Oh, I will end up uploading it to YouTube at some point if you want me to, but let's do 4B.
I also typical huge.
So there it goes originally. Let me see if I can find a different one. Let's do find file for C. That. I don't have sorted, but. So here, right, plenty of momentum go, and it just sits there. It doesn't go towards the potential, it just goes in a circle. And this is constant across multiple different potentials. So here, this +2 is what I use to mainly run the code. But find the right file here. Because there's potential -2, and there's potential or potential 0. So 4 and 4B. Seven, 6, 0. We'll list the commands, but I can. That's it. So yeah, here. What? And file for me to everything. Second. Yeah, it doesn't really go in the potential. It actually just kind of sits there. Interesting. So I got a bunch of data where, and I've tried different, and there was a bunch of stuff that I tried that wasn't recorded with videos just because it would take too much time to let them play out to full fruition. I even tried 500,000 of them and it still didn't change its behavior.
I just wanna know how to change the one, like it's. Did you try the,
I tried different potentials.
did you try different density of grid points?
I tried 30 and 40.
Okay, and do you see, like if you have the same initial conditions, but different density of grid points?
I didn't try that a whole lot. I don't think I'm seeing anything different. We can try it right now, actually.
But I'm very curious to do it, but let's first discuss.
Okay. Or B. That's weird that it just. I'll have to come back to that and redo it. Or no, there's. That one, that'll come to show it. It's gonna show that one here in a second too.
Children.
Yeah. Like it doesn't go toward the center of the potential. Just kind of hovers there.
There's children in this.
So it's more the same. And obviously I didn't record a whole bunch of videos, but there's some.
Children like to. So children in this.
So I hope you don't mind that I just put what I got in there.
Yeah.
As well as down here.
Another day, another.
I could really do rate calculations, because the rate didn't change.
That's fine. So it's minus. That's what's. So,
Some of these I don't understand.
okay, let's for A. Calculations for X, expectation values of X and Y. See. Neutral difference. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, and GG5. Okay. Yeah, do that. I'm GG5. It's listen, see, Nancy. Also fancy. I'm not fancy. Right, what is X and what is Y? Is not different. You define X and Y there too. As parameters, but you don't define as expectation value. Guarantee. Did you block it? You do that, throw them to hold water. You explain. Want to shake some
Well,
hand.
they're explained down here.
No, man. I just want to shake his hand. Standards of body setup is something great for you. You are for explanation. Explanation. You are a
You want me to put the explanations in here?
Yes. It will be just more and more.
It's the eigen value, Hamiltonian, eigen energy.
Correct.
That's like a
Yes.
thing I could say.
Degrees. X and Y just
Eigen energy.
probability times everything. Degrees. Zero to me.
And it's eigen.
Representation of the facts. If you like,
I was
waiting to get the two discuss.
Well, there's gotta be a position operator in there, so.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I was.
Yes, yes, sir. Stop. Okay, let's go to another comment.
Hey, do that.
Can't do this. No, you need to do, because, if, unbiased audience, if something is,
I don't know, I said I can do it.
oh, you can.
Are we gonna?
For this connection.
Wait, do it though.
Thanks, Robert.
Wait,
Up
Gary,
here,
you're
that
like,
potential was computed.
that is so weird.
Even if you.
What are you doing?
Run as a course or.
Oh, it's-
Would you feel good about that journal you like said?
I don't know how, I don't know how.
Or you need to ask him, you're right, you can discuss it. It's not very complicated.
Okay.
It is already a progress. But, the idea.
Got lots of layers, but you kind of, you just hand me this and you say, how was it computed?
You'll discuss it. He'll run this. Then.
No, you're not.
Onion.
You're not an onion.
The deeper you go, the more smell.
What?
It was control over.
How was it?
How, excuse me. The idea is that.
Look at ask what is question 19 on.
A reader a chance to choose the response.
Good, sing One Direction.
Not a chance. It should be an objective. Take this software, run this procedure, save this type of data. And most ideal is just to show patients. I'm looking at things as stretch picture. But I use this room so often that it gets some handouts from the future forces. About your favorite, homosexuals.
Oh. Okay.
It's more than I do.
What are you doing?
I can get this pretty easily, let me find it. I know it's somewhere. I'll just steal it from class.
You're the one who's dealing with one little. I ain't doing with all of them. So if anything,
There's one in there.
if I wanted to, do I?
Yeah.
Here, shut up.
You want to. We gotta get some Jimmy Jim's.
There are a few ways to do it. Set GCF color. Using a vector? You're joking. You can initialize a figure with the desired background.
No, what is this?
Let me see what this looks like.
There it is.
So, good.
You see?
It is not what Tuperfan was doing, this is a data, but it is, this one is very rare.
Garrett, I'm on
Let's
that.
just. Listen.
Where's the plastic cluster?
Yes.
There it is, okay.
Oh, Garrett, please. I'm done. Don't do it one more time. What, Spencer? Don't look at me that weird. Very normal thing to do, okay?
Each of them something.
Very natural.
Each of them has.
This means that I love Garrett, okay? That was what to talk about.
Here, they did it. Emma, I did it. I set the window background to the light. In the code. Excuse you. What other X and Y, how you doing on this day?
Set GCF right after this for the thing. That's no X and Y. That's what they are.
That is not what. You can come to me and then
They also expired the thing like that. So there's this already starts losing, you start like, and so I've said, you said GCF.
The distance for X, the distance for Y. Okay. So now.
I know, it's closest one, closest distance ever, right? You can say I was literally, I mean, Dr. Hand said it was.
I'm gonna easily
Said GCF. Want you to zoom in for you, Grandpa?
Wait and.
That was so mean, I'm so sorry.
There are so many best jokes. This one or this one, and if you show literally what you mean, which. That's great.
Everyone we had.
No.
I don't know, what's the temp say?
What the dog say?
The dog.
What the fuck is this? It's the eat my motherfucking ass shuffle. What's it say? Oh, don't tell us so, right? What's it say?
Some stuff.
Yeah, there it is. That's how you said it.
Yeah, you wish you knew, but you won't tell me what the temp in the room is, right?
I gotta pee. Yeah, I go pee 4 times. before this.
Pete, 4 times.
Motherfucker come see me.
What are you?
Whoa,
Whoa, whoa, whoa, that was controversial. That was scary. Make me piss my pants.
This mob.
Garrett said some crazy stuff there.
Hello.
Your E's are so smooth.
What up?
Looks like shit. That looks so shit.
Oh, we can.
This table was imported from English period by optimization in DIT.
Okay. I bet.
Just as long as you.
You got up there right now.
After the table has been provided.
You got up there right now.
All two-dimensional potential, which is defending almost any point of space. When you then on the table.
It's popping out.
With corruption of the potential. Which operation is done to put the table into your two-dimensional.
Did you just see?
Austin coming out.
That's what those other constructions.
I thought you were doing vegan.
Assuming it's, I didn't tell him to. He just told me he is.
The distance away.
Why didn't you want this?
I don't know, I didn't. I didn't put this.
Oh, you can entice me like that.
Is a chance, again, we should express healthy skepticism. There is a chance. Later problems or the same paradoxes that you. Just by those one, but say paradox.
Probably you're an 80.
Approximation.
I would probably say 60 maybe, because it's 180 points.
Which is express health.
That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I don't know.
We've expressed the procedure.
Go get his chips.
arguments.
Right now?
Procedures.
I have no idea about that procedure there.
Let's open the code and see, but we.
It just says you would Garrett Labs.
Project means that we try out of box thinking, we do not follow what's gonna be in the back, the equations, we just try.
90.
Yeah, let's say I can't explain the mantra behind any of this stuff, even if I spent time reading the
So
whole
if we
900
double
lines of
the
code to
exam-
understand what it does matter. It still doesn't
Let's
tell
go
me.
together, it's 1 minute.
But we're there for 120, so the ratio the same. He's given
That's
us
so
an
dumb.
extra 10.
Oh my god. It's horrible.
90
That's
Why the fuck would he?
90 bones? Holy.
That's a lot of biochem.
That's so much.
Lovely.
You have like 6 wrong, so.
That's a slippery slope.
We do really.
That's, I have to do the best I ever have.
See.
Hopefully the questions are a little more dumbed down now. Since it's a final.
What are the odds of that, though?
It's this potential.
Because that's, yeah, so this is plotted just for a set of distances, and that's what that dotted line is.
Yes.
But that makes sense to me. It's just I don't understand. What's this computer?
That's what usually it will be. No.
It's so true though.
The energy is computed in
Does.
absolute values and we just want to bring it to set up the origin. Means
I do not have any.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
There you go, you can. Yeah.
I don't even know how to make a video, Garrett.
Well, then we need him.
What do we do till then?
Big a legend.
I wrote about everything.
Good question. I leave that model, but I take it out in Avogadro, just so that it looks less cluttered.
Read my text.
So true. Oh, that's so true.
But
So I sent him a. Send it. Does. Does. If you notice, he does. Anyways. That's what I mean.
It's scanning like points along this table.
I know you don't see it.
but no, I get it. I get it. I believe you.
Why is this highlighted? Oh,
Points for this big potential that you might experience, so it's recycles.
oh,
Wow, it's.
just coughed up my hair pretty much. Stop.
That's a point.
Stop, stop.
Also,
You gotta chill out.
let me go to the list.
Making it up.
Which is doing the chill area sequence of this Gaussians, the wave of the way It was theorized. If this was dense enough to go along the line, we can believe this potential is adequate. As far as we go. It is, so it is trustable along the line and doubtful. I just get rid of that.
Why? Don't.
Don't. Stop that.
Here it is.
Yes.
Add it together.
Oh.
Extract from DFT file.
Right. So.
No, yeah.
Why do we do this?
Such a good idea.
Where did you get it?
What up, wait?
Why are you walking like you're gonna live?
You got a whole about bigger than exploration space and compute total energy for all of them. But this is a relatively expensive procedure.
No.
Oh,
We
why?
have to extrapolate keeper potential based on the limited amount of data.
No, I don't know about
It's probably steep because the.
Yeah, scared. Except you were on camera.
Extrapolate potential.
That,
And yeah,
There are some problems.
the acquisition.
In system.
And you love
You're gonna stop that now. You're gonna say it.
same, because,
Well, not like most, but like.
so you're not rewriting your other.
Procedure.
Can't handle the emotional methodology, right?
Right.
I've been.
Because I have, because it's not explained.
On to bed feeling like an angel.
It's not explained. I'll get rid of that line.
I'm gonna give you some
And-
wins to fly.
Service calculated by your AFT optimization.
But DFT optimization gives
Yes, he
only
went.
one path, one line in the oral potential.
He did that?
Yes.
I'm sure that's a lot.
In the oral potential energy service.
He said something.
Three and.
When he was like,
Project
yeah.
three and organism. Each atom into just two.
Summon in.
It's a little early people.
No, I'm running my beard though.
So it is a subjective challenge if we do some versatile combination data.
There's just so many, I just. Spaces my mind.
He like pulls up a spreadsheet with all the names and dates and times.
Garrett hasn't done it yet.
This week.
I'm waiting.
I have not. I never will.
I like the little curl.
I love your beard, Emma.
No.
I don't know, Thanksgiving, my mom. Oh, it's like grilling. Like a green egg. Like a type of grill.
Oh, yes.
But my mom. But she had nothing open
Either.
except the bottom, I think. So the pressure in there was fucking crazy.
Oh, the energy is the third line.
Singed her.
Oh my God.
It was so crazy.
Energy.
She came back
And now.
out. Mr. Mustaches. Tried to call your mom, but after hearing this, I understood that she can't answer the phone.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's
awesome. That was fucking scary though. In the moment, we were all like,
Oh.
Double away.
I'm not allowed.
we're just like this.
I can't.
No, I'll read. Just looking at this.
Third point, so double X, K minus X of J. Oh, okay. So it's the grid.
There's no more laughing tonight.
So is the point of the data minus
Yes.
The grid point of that
If
value.
they coincide, it will literally match all the point. If they are a little away, it will be less and less. You just don't exactly predict what there is something. And then range is the speed where we assume that functions are continuous. 60% but away from the switch.
I'll write the rest of my people.
That was a scoff.
That makes sense. But like, even if I did calculate on that, I did show you one where it was like, it was over here and it calculated along the line, but really didn't do anything.
Stop, I'm not.
But
That's a cough.
He's like my grandpa.
That was a dangerous card to play, Emma. Oh, God. That equation, I also want to equate.
Bless you.
Salute. Yeah, that's the point. That'll be my equation.
So
And then two platinum something.
Zoom tight.
you look on, report from Sibyl.
Can't do that. You like.
Send me the-
It's like a loop, man.
Oh, wait.
Roger's book.
Field goal.
They were last year and Sibyl 2 years ago, she was doing pretty much the same stuff. And they will leave shit. Try to maybe solution. So
I'm getting ripped tonight. I did not laugh. That was a scoff again. Sorry. Wait, starting now though.
Okay, so the K value changes, it scans through.
I know.
So these I and J values, are these scanning through?
yes,
What are the I?
yes.
Mm.
Okay, there they are, they're scanning too.
Wait, you want me to drop a beat?
It's bacon, it's sausage, and you remember that?
You remember,
Don't ever, don't.
do you remember
ever
the
bring that
sausage
shit
thing? You remember the sausage thing? Eggs, bacon, grits, sausage.
This is garbage that is
I'm a black guy, but still get the sausage.
or send it up.
Where is it?
Like, it's like 90.
Starting now.
This is not.
Gary, you remember that, right? Yeah, you do.
Well-
Yeah, you do. My crew is big and it keeps getting bigger. That's big of. Emma, can you please calm down over there? That's a red egg.
Let's comment it out, so I can just down here.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a sum.
Damn.
Is it a sum?
Yeah. He's starting now though, for real.
Write it on this side. Oh, it's a sum.
What is this? Come on, stop. No, like starting now though. Flipping me off?
What are the questions from you?
Yeah, me too.
So it generates this for every I and every K.
Yes.
So there's three in that, three things. But
Sick. Damn.
just go. L. X.
I didn't,
Yeah.
is your name Curtis?
Yes, I'm asking what I said.
Just go.
He said yes.
Why did you say yeah then?
It was yeah with a question mark. Yeah?
It was not yeah,
It-
but
it
he was
was.
like, yeah.
No.
That was weird, Garrett.
You're weird.
That was weird.
You're weird, but I.
You know how to make a video? Maximum potential.
Yes.
Like, so potential.
Oh.
I just want to check if you have more questions. Okay. I'm still talking to James, but let me check which questions do you have, please?
I just need to know how to make a video.
No, you do.
Well, it's not working for us, like,
For both of you,
yeah.
you disappoint. I was strongly believing in your intellectual.
Well, so I have a video writer object.
I think since it is so late, we need to sacrifice the quality of experiment. I'll do it just in class. Because we are over time.
So I have a video writer object and I open it and then. So then these are my plots.
Mhm.
And also I'm having a trouble plotting both of these on the same plot. Do I need to plot this and then do like hold or?
Hold is good,
Okay.
but no, I'm not pointing on anything. Send, is there input data for this piece of code?
I mean, but
Input data does it work on its own or it reads data from any file?
there's no input.
Come on.
Or there's actually, there might be for the,
What do you
Yeah.
mean might?
so there is.
Okay. Sorry.
No, you're good.
So please, I know that I should have it somewhere in my computer. Please resend me just the code in the input data so that it's sufficient to run it. Complain that video doesn't work. Okay, I'll cooperate and it is a couple of minutes. We'll do it in peaceful environment, maybe quicker than we'll try to do it, but it is.
Okay.
Any questions in principle? Beautiful. I want to help Curtis and Spencer to teach card. What if it's repeat what we discussed about the comparison of one and plus? We will say. Okay, we will comment. So, tell maybe
The activation energy is lower.
tell, well, I can split it into. Or you interpret what you think about it.
So,
You understand? You're a
so as the wave packet is moving, some of it is reflected back, some of it is passing through, and the average position, well, at least in our diagram, it changes based on how much is passing through, how much is reflected back. That's like the average position. That's superposition, and that's kind of how this monitors the superposition between reflected and passing through.
What is the superposition in order?
Should pull it up.
Yes.
What's its relations? I understand what it is.
When the two wave packets collide and then separate, the information of each wave packet is still preserved. When it's combined.
I don't remember the question, but I will ask Curtis just to tell what is your current version of your hypothesis for your work.
That pretty much that the act or the reaction will occur lower than its classical activation energy because of the underlying underneath that.
Yeah.
Activation.
Okay, so we are on the same page now. If we believe in quantum world, then expectation value would be a single point and will tell us where your photon or your electron point is unambiguous. Then where your white or stripe goes on the blue field, it would absolutely agree with the trajectory of expectation value of position. It means it is quasi-classical or as good as consequence, not out of it. But if it bumps there and reflects back, not 100%, but if it does this white part reflects back, but switch, that after a certain time, you have two wave patterns. So it's substantially non-classical state. There is no classical language to describe how particle can split on.
either, here we have probability. So it is a signature of quantum nature of the reaction. So we it's a signature that we are departing from the quantum.
Yeah, like if your particle, if it's, the probability is 60% over here, 40% over here, that's saying if you have 100 of these particles, 60%.
Yes.
Over here, 40%.
Right.
Yeah.
And, but we do not know what single reaction was, right? What is wrong is showing the percent that is less. Yeah.
That's why we can use it to get a percent yield.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's continue.
Are these, so I guess I just wanted to make sure. So are these good figures for this?
Yes.
Or you just want, like the potential, should that be dashed? Or is it fine?
It's not a kindergarten. Green is okay.
Yeah, that's okay. Okay,
On the, if one prints it in black and white, it will be like gray, like if you want to make it dashing, it's a plus.
okay, but we're not printing it like.
If you want to do it perfect. Looking out, I would do the same font for each symbol, like why the.
Oh,
Great
because
points.
this isn't, I added that.
Yeah, I'm not asking why.
Yeah.
I'm telling like if you put high standards, if you put it in a journal, then the technical editor will like, you're not going to send it to reviewer. Fix your
Okay, yeah,
details and then resubmit.
okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Well, we are in the class, it is less.
So you don't mind?
I don't.
Okay, so,
But just.
yeah, I'll keep that in mind, yeah. And then, so I did one at, momentum, so that's reflected back. Some is transmitted through here, some is reflected and then solely transmitted. And then same thing here, so at those same, kinetic energies. And then I collected a bunch of data. So I got my percent yield versus kinetic energies. And then I don't think or yeah, no, it should be right.
Let me see further.
That's not,
Oh, no, we will know. Okay, it isn't complete.
Mhm.
So you can extract temperature and you can use 1/T as
Yeah,
x-axis.
that's, I did it, here. Don't think, worry about the label, I haven't relabeled, but this is versus inverse temperature.
Okay. Okay, let's go back to the paper. Where is your temperature? Or you have only kinetic energy?
I have only kinetic energy to show.
Can you convert it into temperature units?
Yeah, so I did that. It's labeled as kinetic energy here, but that's 1 over temperature. So I have, are you
in
like,
table
like,
temperature?
yeah.
So is temperature in Kelvin?
Kelvin.
Okay, so your highest temperature is like
77.
okay. Go back to the paper. I'm observing and thinking, now let's please show 1 over temperature as x. So this will be close to absolute zero.
Well, I think this one's,
No.
I did it.
One or a big number will be small. So if it is, you have a figure 1/T as x-axis.
Yeah, this is,
But wait, so.
I just haven't relabeled.
Okay.
This was that wrong
Okay.
figure and I changed the data.
Okay, so largest value here means the smallest temperature.
Yeah.
So it's a.
Well, but I set the momentum to 0, so it's exactly 0, so it'll be end up.
Probably we need to take this range only. Or it looks clear, and then maybe another range. In what we were discussing this course in when teaching data to arrays is very popular. You'll see it in experimental papers. The arrays is so simple that is rarely and people reproduce that it is very, there are several slopes. in one temperature range is what's full, and another which is another. And then it looks like there are two activation energies. Typically it is when there are two bedrooms with wells and there are two erection goes into steps. It's here, but nothing to panic. Yeah, just I would split this figure into some figures. Taking this one, or it looks like clear, and then and this one. And extract activation energy for both of them, and then discuss which one is bigger, which one is smaller compared to the barrier.
Okay, yeah, and then. So my hypothesis, my theoretical, or, yeah, my hypothesis should be that we would expect. The energy of the height of the barrier. Would that be a good hypothesis or similar to Curtis's?
Yes, I will repeat. You can. You already know the answer, but we need to wrap it up.
Yeah.
And you can formulate it as positive hypothesis and negative hypothesis. Positive hypothesis that at kinetic energy below the barrier reaction will still go with some percentage. Because of time. Yes, okay, and you will prove it right. Yeah. Or you can tell, I don't believe quantum mechanics. My hypothesis is that for any energy below the barrier, reaction will have 0% of yield and zero rate.
And then we're okay. Okay, yeah, I see. And
So
then
you can tell counter station, I don't believe in quantum mechanics, but check if this belief can be proved experimentally.
yeah. So then I don't, that's kind of the only thing to talk about in terms of hypothesis. So like, I don't know what to talk about.
That's good.
The rate increases those things.
When you think it is radio semi-ready symptom,
Okay.
okay, after it is
And also-
impulsive, it is
Yeah.
easier and than reading.
Yes. I want you to read over the abstract and intro too, because I don't. Yeah. I think that's,
Okay. In a rush?
No.
Okay, I'll check with James because he was in the middle of answering my question. And after, yeah. Sounds good. If anyone needs to go, I think we skip this. Well, if you want, I am not limited. I can stay here until 1 AM, but probably you don't want. Let's do fun experiment in the class, or if it fails in the class, we can do it like before or after class. Just walk into the CHEM department, because answering all questions we are substantially behind the schedule, and probably some of you have responsibilities, families, other classes, preparations, budgets. So I don't know. I'll talk more to James and Kaiden, and then if everyone is so dedicated, I can go and show demonstration, but I have no power and no right to ask you to stay longer. Yes.
You want to stop more video then and send it to
Yes, if select your most representative videos, upload to YouTube and send me the link. Yes.
That was about to upload like all 10.
You may upload all 10 and send. Yeah, you're fine to watch it.
I think it would be
Just scroll
Right.
forward. See them. So it's all this, but you also do need to overburden your order, so you may select the
It has something to do with
most
lecture.
representative rights.
Lecture?
Yeah.
Okay. So I was doing this. Is it a sum? Because this doesn't seem like it behaves like a sum.
Yes, I understand your question. I do have an answer. So,
So I was about to say, a sum.
okay, yes. But those two, no.
What I want, but it.
In the cycle,
Those are very.
we explore this can also.
Oh my God, that'd be cool.
And for each of the points, we get together all DFT data.
Go to the union, the library's like
Those
open
points,
24/7 now.
it is. It do be.
there are DFT data here, there are several points nearby DFT data. They
Especially.
Getting together this potential.
All right, so it's more like It's a function of I, so the potential.
Yes. Correct.
That equals some.
This is stupid.
It would be expected.
That's stuff. And that just, that stuff comes down mentally.
Alright, why do you call it rho? Let's call it V, potential U. Potential, right? But you can use that anyway.
Not really. So in that case, I have to undo it.
Oh, yeah.
Erase the papers.
So you have type of four. We're not going to type it over. We can use.
Here, wait, are you over? You want me to go? Go, if you want. Well, is it gonna be, I don't want your side. So, you know what I mean? Okay.
Oh, that won't be done. And then the no gets. Oh,
You
man.
can be up there.
I like it a little wet. Like my pussy.
Okay. Right. What are these?
My pussy.
Yeah, except we'll change the,
Pussy.
rar.
Steve. What do you want me to do?
You have case.
Yes, well, it appears, it appears, so I need to change this. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change.
Say it was gonna be? What else do you know about that?
What else do you need?
Very.
What else do you need help with? What could you possibly need help with?
And like that.
No, Dad, don't leave me. Papa would say, ice spice. Papa would say.
Alexa, play Ice Spice.
Base potential. Or no,
What
not.
if? What, right?
What if Ice Spice was here?
Basement really.
Potential is an energy. Energy.
Yes.
According to classical mechanics, it would be expected that the orbital electron transfer would occur once the kinetic energy of the proton exceeds the potential barrier.
It's a sense, it's a rate, the base potential, that's perfect.
broke the video. Look.
Let's check with Kaiden what he's doing and then come back to you.
Video.
It's a video.
Wow.
And I do have a backup solution for fun experiment. If it completely fails in the right room in the class, I will just do video recording like with cell phone, how it goes and then show. And then you'll get all benefits. And if someone doesn't trust, you can go to the lab and repeat it.
I got the video to work, so.
Oh, congratulations.
Yes, I just have one question. Yes, I can, I started getting some really gross values out here-ish. My wavetype, but
What are units? Width and which units? In atomic, in Bohr radius, in angstroms, in grid points. Well, you don't need to answer right now. It's your like homework.
okay.
Do you have any substantial questions? If you don't, I have a substantial question to you.
Okay.
You don't need to answer it at all until the end of semester, but I want to like throw in a seed of something.
Okay.
Have you seen the PowerPoint with multiple, like 40 pages PowerPoint that I did send you? Did you remember an email with PowerPoint?
Did you?
When I was sending all materials, I was sending both data and like papers.
No, not to everyone, it was personal to you. Just this. Hey, let's open, it's one of those, let's open this one, the poster, and then oh. Okay, it is just, scroll. Basically, it is your predecessor. And you can check if you found and how to. Okay, let's go back to the emails. Maybe a post, right? Send something even better. But see. Oh, okay, you missed a lot. Yes. So I'll just tell her because there was a place to write. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. So there is a growth potential for new project. Frederick, I hoped very much that he can continue it, and your boss gave a blessing for him to continue, but he found a job of a beer tester at the company.
Oh.
You didn't know?
No, I didn't.
So he was studying like 4 years and getting a degree to get a job as a professional tester of beer and chips at a food company.
Wow.
Just drinking beer with chips for paycheck. And he decided, I do not need your science anymore.
What should you get paid for that? Sounds awesome.
That's.
Okay. Karin, what are you by part of your attention looking at this stuff? Yeah. So what is possible? What is done by other helpers? One can take an atomistic model of your conjugated polymer, inject a charge, not in the lab model, but in the true atomistic model that we trust a lot. Okay. And then upon injection of a charge, the interatomic distances will contract in the same way as you are modeling. And upon this modeling, it will create a potential which is deeper in the middle. And if one explores the orbitals in such potential, there will be some of them here, there will be like homos and lumos, which are more localized compared to reference case without putting. So as a global, more global project, you can take your data, right? Then take data from such modeling, extract this potential which will look deeper in the center and compare your potential conformation of polymer with that potential extraction from radiation. Then you can take this potential and compute eigenstates and check your orbitals that you generate by MATLAB and the orbitals that you get through this local potential. So you see, you can do independent mathematical modeling, and you can do electronic structure assisted studying of polymer and see if they agree or disagree, and it will drive science to get new conclusions. In addition to your probably professional experimental study, which you get in polymers. It is beyond what one can do in limited time for this project, but it's just a little food for thought. Sure. If you're interested, data are available on site. If you visit to do it your leisure time. Sure. Just.
You get it to see.
So, if your attempt was unsuccessful, essentially, when you still enclose the. Then you should be the same. You can open the video on your phone. No, yes. And it should be.
Anything. I don't think I'll be.
If things do.
I can't do simply before the weekend, like there's stuff happening. Say that again.
James, are you done with your video?
So, I wrote the equation down, it looks something like this.
What information?
You know, it's a constant. Because that's what.
I'm not objecting. What are you going for?
I think this is more useful for you.
It's got like.
Chair.
As you wrote. It means going out. You apply solution on the team, you know? Maybe what's some of the information.
That doesn't change at all. It's the only thing that changes.
So you want this back?
For way, like with you, I print this like in several dozens each year. It's just a garbage that I will, it will be like the lab number 4 in the spring. For the competition.
Sure. Okay. Then.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
It's an honor for me.
That's very interesting. So. Saying. By the way, it's just the equation. It's like you apply summation to first even symbol after it. If there is no brackets, it means you sum only E naught for several times.
But there's no sub K or there's no
Well,
index that
no.
corresponds to the.
reader doesn't need to give you benefit of the doubt. You need to be correct. I would just put brackets.
Okay, hold on, I can do that, give me a second. What am I looking for? Is it in the code? Let me see. Everyone's gone. So,
Okay, now I see what you.
This is-
I've got, I restored how your mind is working by looking onto this piece of code and how do you write an equation. I've got it. I'm very clear and positive. Just give me a few seconds to formulate perfectly. So notations in programming and in mathematical expressions are different. If in programming you put equation sign, doesn't mean it means you take variable, whatever is Vij here, and you assign, should be understood as a like vector, assign all data that are written on the right into the cell of memory that is located on the left. Okay? And here the meaning is as follows. You send back to this memory cell everything that it was there before, plus this additional term.
Oh, so this is what's generating the surface. It just has to generate it through repeated iterations.
Exactly, yes.
All right, well, in that case, this equals 0 term does not deserve to exist. That's all I need.
Okay,
Um,
I'm very happy.
let's
Yeah.
go back to the email. Yeah, so that works out. We see. Sorry if I'm a little like out of it at the moment. I'm kind of extremely tired. I was up at 7 a.m. working on this. MATLAB was giving me trouble and stuff, so,
I'm impressed, impressed.
but, observables, so schematic diagram. Let's do that next. Let's open up. So this is the 2D potential. That was the equation.
It is, yes, it is what you did right now. You
All right.
you addressed this.
Oh, and then I'll have to do, so,
And schematic diagram is like this one.
okay, I'll see if I can make one of those in Avogadro.
Okay, but then after Avogadro, you can import the atomistic model into, let's say, PowerPoint and just add little arrows and labels by your own. Because Avogadro may not give this. Well, if you
Can I just draw it and then insert that?
Yes, yes, you can just open PowerPoint and draw circles and label them. This is absolutely legitimate. People do this.
Well, no, I mean like draw it on paper and then import the image.
In previous century, yes. In 20th century, in 21st century, people will not understand why you're doing it. Let's open the PowerPoint and do this quickly. It's really simple.
Okay.
And it
Oh,
is,
and also like here, so you, for every equation that's here, their order is a little bit different, but if I reference some earlier in the PowerPoint, then I'll just put which equation I'm referencing with the little.
personally, I'm not offended. I don't care and I'm very happy and fine with what you're doing. But if you want to follow standards, you cannot mention an object that hasn't been shown. They are referred to in order they appear. You show equation, you tell Schrodinger equation is provided by, write it, and then equation one, and then in equation one, H stands for Hamiltonian, X stands for position. And then you go to the next. So they appear and being first time it is referenced, it is when it appears. You cannot say in abstract, hey guys, look at my equation number 10, it's so beautiful.
That defeats the whole purpose of an equation section.
The equation section should be like a little composition, standalone, independent of other things that one can read and just do. And it is not a big labor. It's like we define Hamiltonian, blah, blah, blah. After
I guess I can command V, but that's gonna take this thing from like 6 pages to like 8 or 10. Just an extra equation space.
we have department money and grant money to accommodate printing these extra pages.
Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't get the videos to print. I don't know why I emailed you.
Yeah.
And I also threw in the error code it was thrown because I don't know why it should.
Okay, I'll try my best and I hope that I will resolve it. If I cannot resolve it myself, I have like 4 graduate students and a postdoc who will add intellectual capacity to solving this problem.
Because worst case, so I can just see if I can't get it to work on my tower, that's more power too. So it might be a CPU bound issue possibly.
No, absolutely no. Your problem is not numerically intense and it should be working right away. If I find that your code works on my laptop right away, it may mean that it is incompatible versions and possible way is to run your code like in the library. There are several desktops with MATLAB installed and one can run it on the CCast cluster.
Cause I also can run it through, cause I have an NVIDIA graphics card in my tower. I couldn't just use the NVIDIA's video screen recorder too and just.
Okay.
Stuff.
Okay, yeah, maybe on the tower, well, I'll check if on my laptop and if the same code works on one equipment and not another one, it will be natural to test on your tower. Yes, good.
So can I just, so you want me to move the equations out of the equation section?
No, you call it methods section. It's not equations, it's methods section.
Okay, so the equations are defined before the methods.
Equations are part of the methods.
Well, I define the equations, but then I refer to them after they're defined in the methods instead of having to splurge them out through the paragraph. Because here I talk about the potential, blah, 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 and then I go into my method and then I call equations 4 and 5, right? Then I call or talk about equation
So-
7. They can refer back.
First time when you need an equation, it is a place where you put it. You just tell one story. Equations, like math, is a language of physics and chemistry. You just use equations as you use human language to express your ideas. It is not like standalone objects or figures foreign to the human text. It's just an integral part of how you tell stories.
So we can have a separate equation section, but you want me to write it?
I want you to incorporate your equations in your method section.
That's gonna make it huge. Do I get rid of equations?
Or you can move from here to there. But did you look on the work of Sibel?
Not yet.
Okay, let's look and borrow ideas or even borrow the writing from her. I probably can find it quicker on my laptop. Probably we do not.
So you want me to get rid of the equation sections and then just put them in my, whatchamacallit?